This segment is brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers.
Welcome back to Farm Factor and the Kansas Soybean Update.
This is the Kansas Soybean Update. It's brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers. Kurt Maurath is joining us and serves as chairman of the Kansas Soybean Commission. And Kurt, you just recently gave the Kansas Soybean Report for 2017 to the committee members on the Kansas House and Senate Agriculture Committees.
All the commissions did just give their updates, and we had an excellent harvest this year. Our acres are up 27%, so we had 5.1 million acres of soybeans with about an average yield of 37 bushels an acre. So that means for our state, the value of that crop is estimated at $1.7 billion. We, as the commissioners, know that we have a huge job ahead of us to keep ahead of these big crops that we've been having. So some of the funding that we did, we specialized in soybean genetic, utilization, pest and disease, nutrition, weeds and management systems. We also have ongoing projects in agronomy, plant pathology, entomology, and grain science at Kansas State, and biodiesel at University of Kansas, and new uses at Pittsburgh State University. We have to keep our exports really flowing good. So we do work with IGP at K-State, United Soybean Export Council, and WISH, which is World Initiative for Soy and Human Health, and China is still our biggest customer. We sponsor K-State Summer Soybean Science Institute and the Kansas Foundation of Ag in the classroom. We also reimburse junior high and senior high science teachers that use soy, meat, dairy, and poultry products in their classroom. We are doing things to promote soy foods and industrial uses like the soy-based inks, adhesives, paints, stains, sealers, and insulations. But our biggest success is in biodiesel. Last year, we 2.8 billion gallons of biodiesel was developed in the United States. In Kansas, we are really unique in that we have a biodiesel consortium of the 4 academic institutes in the state of K-State and KU and Beloit Community and Community College down in Liberal, that they're all working together to educate their students on biodiesel. We wouldn't be doing our job if we left out the livestock industry in this country. Almost all of the soybean meal in Kansas is used by the livestock and poultry animals in this country. We work with the Kansas Pork Association, and we've taken these informational bloggers to farms across the state to continue the education about the importance of our agriculture in this state. We discuss everything from GMOs to antibiotics, hormones, pesticides, and any question they have, we will make sure we answer it for them.
That's Kurt Maurath, a Logan County producer who serves as chairman of the Kansas Soybean Commission. He joins us on the Kansas Soybean Update. It's brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers. Learn more at kansassoybeans.org. For Kansas Soybeans, I'm Greg Akagi.
Hope you enjoyed this week's Kansas Soybean Update. Stay with us after the break for more with Dwayne Taves and Alyssa Harrison as they talk beef. It's What's for Dinner.
All over the country, more and more communities are making the change to biodiesel made from U.S. soybean oil. And the decision continues improving the health and welfare for millions of Americans while adding billions to our national economy.
What does a brighter, more sustainable future look like in our cities and towns, and how do we get there? When New York needed an alternative fuel source to reduce carbon emissions, the city found what it needed in biodiesel made from U.S. soybean oil.